Hello, my name is Jason Bramble. I'm doing a quick end-to-end demo of how to work with the Music MOBA Bingo application we just released. I'm starting here on our website, and what I'm going to do is just log into the hub. So I'm clicking the Game Hub. If you don't already have an account, you might have to sign in or create a quick account to do this. But once you come in here, you're going to see a number of different apps. The one you want is this Music MOBA Bingo. Right now, it's pinned to the top. Hit play now, and this is going to take you into the hub. Well, actually, the hub console, where as a host, you're able to manage the game. So it's loading up. And this first screen is just simply an acknowledgement that we don't actually host the music on our site. Music is played through Spotify, and also, obviously, we're not Spotify. So it's just more of a legal and just acknowledgement requirements. So I acknowledge that. And also, one thing to keep in mind too is that if you are a bar playing this in a public space, there are distribution rights you might have to obtain for that as well. So we're simply providing the software to run the game. We're not providing the music rights themselves. In any case, so let's get into this. The first step here is you have a screen in front of you. This is just, you haven't started the game yet. You can theme it however you want. So I'm going to theme it. I'm going to call it dinosaurs with the guitars. All right, you can do whatever you want and make it crazy. What it's doing right now is it's running out to OpenAI, their Dolly 3 engine, and it's generating an image based upon your suggestion to show in the background. So it's a neat, quick way to be able to theme it however you want without having to actually provide anything yourself. Um, it does take a few minutes to come back, and you see it came back, and of course there is a couple dinosaurs with guitars. So it did its job. Okay, so the next thing you want to do here is actually, like, you can go through here, set a couple settings, initial cards per player. If you're a fundraiser, you might want to set 0 and actually sell the cards. That's a possibility. The number of winners per game, if you want to have multiple winners, I left it on defaults, 1 card per player, 1 winner per game. Pretty straightforward. So to start this, you just want to hit the start button. Well, actually, 2 things. First thing we want to do is we want to hit this open HUD, and this is what you're going to share on your TV. And this is just showing the progress in the game, because everybody's game is not required to play the game. You can totally do it with a microphone and just not have anything up there. You see, it's not really showing anything because we haven't started the game. I will show that in a second. Actually, what I'm going to do is we will put that right there. Okay, so you can see it now in the lower corner. And what we're going, normally that would be up on a TV. So now we're going to start it. We hit the start button right here. And what it's saying is I need a Spotify playlist. Now, as I said, we don't actually host the music. It all works through Spotify. And Spotify, you can create a free account for this. And I'll just show you on my end. I have an account created, and I have a playlist set up called My Test Playlist. And you can see I have a bunch of things already in here. Um, so this is just a public playlist. What you want to do when you create it, you want, at least, by the way, 75 songs in here. But once you create that, you want to go to the 3 dots, and you'll see down here share in this copy link to playlist, and that copied. So now I'm going to go back into my game. I'm going to paste that in here, and you'll notice I can say music bingo types, music titles, artist names, album names, whatever you want to do. There's the 3 ways you can do music bingo with this. I'm going to keep it standard music titles, import playlist, and boom. You'll notice on the left-hand side that filled out with all, the tracks in my playlist. And I'm going to expand this out so you can see it as well. And this is the HUD that would be on your TV. You can see it filled in with all the track names as well. So as we're going through, through running this game, we're going to actually see that fill out. So I'm going to use my phone, and I'm going to scan the QR code and sign in through my phone here. So you're going to see me pop up in a second. And just to show you, this is what it looks like signing in. 474887197. And it doesn't require passwords or anything. All this is it validates the phone number. So 43765. And then I will connect, and you'll see it pop up. There it is. And see, it says, "Welcome, Jason." It popped across the HUD, and suddenly my card appeared on the screen. And because I joined, it instantly gave me a card, all right, on my screen. Now, at this point, if I was a nonprofit and I wanted to sell cards as a fundraiser, what I could do is I could come here, highlight Jason. I go up and I say, "Hey, here's $1 for my card." I say, "Okay, you got another card now. Now I have 2 cards." So if I go look on my screen, you'll notice a little arrow down in the corner there that I can hit that and it goes to a different card. So I have now multiple cards on my phone as well. It just dropped them on it. So at this point, the way you play it, straightforward. You have 2 ways you can do it. You can manually play call a song here and then play it manually. You total control over. Or if you just want the game to do it for you and you don't really have to think about it, just hit this call next. So here's what happens. Don't want to let that play too long. So, in any case, at this point, people heard it. They can choose what it is. Now, you'll notice it shows on the screen. This is the HUD screen that one of my cards had a match. Now, it does not show that to me on my phone. I had to have heard it, and I have to mark it off. So, in this case, this is Soda Pop. So, I clicked it. Now, I'm marking it off. And what will happen is, as we keep going through this, calling next, calling next. Oh, and just to show you on this as well, you'll notice up here. It's actually, where is it? Right here. It actually marked off Soda Pop as being a song that was just called as well. So it shows on the HUD as well. In any case, we keep going through this over and over until we finally get, let's see if we can just call a bunch of them. Boo. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. There. I'm just going to keep calling them until I finally get some kind of bingo. I'm not actually going to play them. I know we'll get something eventually. Let's see. I need Man-Child. There's one. I need Juno. Or Twilight, if I can find that one. And of course, I made a list with hundreds of songs, so I did this to myself. Oh, there's MIA also. We're starting with Solomon. Anyway, so if you have a player, you see how it's like slowly filling these out as I'm clicking them off. And these are, by the way, in the order as they are in your playlist. You set it so it keeps the order straight that way. And I only need Sorry, I'm Here for Someone Else. That should be easy to find. Here we are. Okay, so you'll see at this point, now on my one card here, I have all the way across. I could call bingo on this point. I have it marked it on my phone here, so I'd have to actually go and do that. Boop, boop, boop. And at this point, what I can do is on my phone, the player would call bingo. Now I'm going to expand this out so you can actually see this, what happens. I'm going to call bingo. And it just told me I got bingo. It announced it across the screen, and it will say who called bingo. Jason called bingo. And on the host screen, of course, I can actually see here as well who called bingo. I can also go to the winners tab, and I can see Jason called bingo. So you can actually see the order people call bingo if you're doing multiple of them. And as well here is, not only can you call next here, if you go to latest, this will actually show you all the songs that were called in order that they were called. And pretty much that's it. So the whole gist of this is it's like bingo, but instead of calling numbers, the player has to hear music, and they're trying to pick off songs off this list based upon hearing the music and recognizing it. Okay. And then from that point forward, you can end the game. You can restart it. I could change the theme of it as well, however I want to. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. I hope that explains it. Thank you for watching this, and have a great day.